I'm still here. Black dignity in a world made for whiteness.
I think you'll really relate to it, Ashley.
Thanks, Miss Hughes.
Yeah.
There were some really cool things about season 2, including bringing in Tatyana Ali, the original Ashley Banks.
Yes.
What did it mean for you to have her on the show?
It meant everything. You know, she was phenomenal as a young Ashley Banks in the OG sitcom. And very early on in the process, you know, Will and I had conversations as we were developing Bel-Air. There are moments, organic moments, where we can involve some of the original cast in the Bel-Air universe. We should try to do that, but always in a way that felt organic and never forced.
In the writer's room, we had talked about this character of Miss Hughes, this teacher that was very important to Ashley. And once we started talking about the character, then it became, oh, wow, what if Tatyana Ali was that person?
I finished the Robin Spencer book. It was amazing.
Yeah. Girlfriend was not afraid to mix it up.
Do you have anything else along the same lines?
OG Ashley and new Ashley, because knowing how important she was to the Banks family, knowing that Hillary would have had her as a teacher, that Carlton would have had her as a teacher, and now Ashley has her as a teacher, it just felt like perfect that they would have a connection to this teacher, one of the few Black teachers at Bel-Air Academy that could get Aunt Viv invested and Uncle Phil invested. Like, of course, if Miss Hughes has a problem, then we're going to rally around Miss Hughes.
Miss Hughes got fired today.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
No, Miss Hughes? For what?
Well, when I saw her, she said she couldn't talk about it.
We are the Banks family, and if it's not going to be us, then who is it going to be?
If no one disrupts the system doesn't change.
And Tatyana came in and absolutely knocked it out of the park. You know, big shout out to Tatyana. She's incredible.
And just seeing old Ashley with new Ashley fist bumping in a scene together, it just felt so special. It was just the perfect storm of how to use an original cast member.
Yeah, and it felt like a good passing of the torch as well, Ashley to Ashley, you know?
Exactly.
You just keep being the amazing, brilliant young woman that you are. And never, ever let anyone try to change you, okay?
Honestly, it was such an amazing moment for me. It's one of my favorite scenes because I loved how it played on screen, especially with Miss Hughes giving Ashley advice. I think it's such a memorable moment.
Did she give you advice off camera as well? Like anything good?
Yeah. She did. We talked about school. She told me to obviously stay in school, but then she just gave me a bunch of advice about acting and just really like life lessons.
I actually do have a scene with her.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
Yes. Well, I was in the room. Lisa was there. But
I had no lines with her. I was out. She walked down, I walked right up.
She was like, I was receiving. It was beautiful. Watching her work is so cool. A lot of people say, don't meet your heroes. And she's a perfect example of that's not always true, because she just as loving and magnetic as she is on screen, that's exactly how she is. And it wasn't like, okay, here's one of the OGs. Like, yay, we did it. It didn't feel like a stunt. It felt like something real, because you really have to like listen to her, and you really have to go on the journey that she goes on, and not just be, wow, that is Tatyana Ali. You really have to be like, wow, and then, oh, wait, go back. What did she say?
The administration has had to talk to Ms. Hughes several times about teaching outside the approved curriculum. We have a system in place that she willfully ignored.
We learned that she was unfortunately fired for teaching Ashley, showing her these books, introducing her to these facts about her history, our history. My first question is, will we see Mrs. Hughes again?
I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything and say exactly what happens there, but she is a very important character in the series, and to Ashley for sure.
And then part 2 is, you know, what did it mean for you to tackle the idea of critical race theory now that we have so many legislators coming in and trying to stifle Black history being taught in schools today?
Yeah, it just really validated what we were doing in the writer's room, because that episode was already done. And then the headlines of this AP African American Studies and the criticisms and of the curriculum that it was getting. And it just felt like, this is our story. This is exactly what we're telling. And the uncomfortability with certain aspects of our history that people want to erase, not talk about, and Black Lives Matter, just the uncomfortability facility. And even though Bel-Air Academy is a place that feels very progressive, and there's still going to be issues with the kind of subject matter that this teacher wants to teach. So it just felt like we were on the pulse of exactly what was going on, like a conversation that is still happening right now is exactly what Miss Hughes, that character, was trying to do.
Yeah, and I really loved what Miss Hughes represents because it made me think about my middle school teacher. She was a Black woman, taught me about Maya Angelou. We did the Lift Every Voice and Sing thing, song. So like so much of that history is, I feel like, is crucial, especially for girls at that age.
It's so true, and how important she is to Ashley, just to have a teacher who looks like Miss Hughes, but to have a teacher who's saying, if you want to learn more, I'm here to teach you all of it, all of our history, everything. And Ashley really responded to that. So it's great. I love that storyline.